morning. Welcome to HeroesCon. I'm live here, Scotty Young line, and still waiting for him to arrive. And I thought I'd just go live. Crucius, good morning, sir. I appreciate you stopping by. So I hope that the quality of this live stream is good. Crucius, let me know if you can hear me clearly. I just want to enjoy it. It's ours.
How you going, buddy?
Good. How are you?
That's bad. Buddy's fine?
Yes. Yeah. I'll see you a little later. So if you're interested in seeing YouTube personalities like that, this might be the live stream for you. Scotty is actually just arriving right now. See if I can get a view of that. Thank you, listeners. Appreciate that. I'm actually standing probably about 15 feet away from Scotty. Probably about 10 to 20 people deep in line. So I figured I would just go by for this period of time. So if you're anyone who's watching, good morning, Carlito. Yeah, the Canadian invasion is happening. Oh no, I love America. Everyone knows. You watch my channel that how much of a fan I am of the United States. I'm actually standing right in front of Mike Grell, famous for his Green Arrow work. And see if I can try and get him in the shot. There he is in the hat. That's Mike Grell. He did the Longbow Hunters back in the day. If you're a fan of Green Arrow, arguably the best Green Arrow arc ever done. And yeah, this morning we had breakfast at the hotel, and a bunch of YouTubers were there. Basically, all the comics turned cancer guys were there. DJ, Mark, Rob, Fat Stacks. Nick was also there. Louis and Ryan LCS. Once we hit the con floor, Mark and Legion promised myself we walked around some of the artists to see if they were already at their tables. There are some, but we were looking for Al Milgren and Dan Jurgens exclusively, and unfortunately they weren't at their table. There's a lady coming by to talk about
signing any minute.
I appreciate that, man. I hope to see you next year, and I appreciate you saying that. The editing going into the videos that I'm doing is a lot. So if you're watching those videos, even if you watch 5 or 10 minutes, just make sure you hit that like button. But as I was saying, we're walking around looking for those particular artists. They're not at the tables. I kind of feel like Dan Jurgens right now is my white whale. I only have one book for him to sign. That is the Death of Superman, the Tombstone cover. So I'm hoping after Scotty Young here, I can swing by and that Dan Jurgens is at his table. Now, the book I'm getting Scotty Young to sign is Ultimate Spider-Man issue #1. The exclusive cover that was offered through his website. Rob actually picked up a couple books and was kind enough to AOK one of them to me. So I'm very appreciative of that, because we all know Ultimate Spider-Man 1 took off on the secondary market. And let's see, Dan's joined us. Hi, folks. I thought we were going to see Eddie Murphy come to America. He's much better looking than what I am. Appreciate you stopping by, and it's my pleasure. And good morning to Kenneth Bird. So again, I'm not sure how long this live stream is going to go. So if anyone has any questions about HeroesCon, feel free to ask. I'll try to answer them the best that I can. I do have a press pass for this year, so I feel very fortunate. The cool thing about a press pass is it's much like a vendor pass. You kind of get to hit the floor as soon as the doors open for the convention center itself. So pretty fortunate that way. I got a lot of good footage just walking around. You know, I've kind of been thinking it's the calm before the storm. You see some vendors setting up or whatever, and the odd creator walking by. And speaking of creators walking by, this morning when we were having breakfast, Chris Claremont walked in, and Scotty Young was actually there as well. Jim Shooter walked in, and so yeah, it worked out well. So like I was saying a few minutes ago, when when Mark and I were walking around trying to be the early birds, Milgram and Jurgens were not available, but I went over to, we went over to the Jimmy Palmiotti booth, and Jimmy signed a quick book for Mark, and was kind enough to post a picture with Mark and I. And then Adam Hughes happened to be right around the corner, and I hopped in the Adam Hughes line and quickly got a photo with him. It's funny how much you forget the amount of artists that are here and books that you have. Like Adam Hughes is here. Totally forgot how many books I have of him, and just sitting at home. But have I met any of the Comicsgate artists yet? I'll be honest, I'm not sure who the Comicsgate artists are, so I'm probably just going to say no. I generally stray away from that kind of thing with my channel. Just to answer your question. So I look around to see who else is kind of close by. Wendy and Richard Kinney are just kind of across the way. They're the creators of ElfQuest. If you ever read ElfQuest back in the day. Ryan Shear is close by. Richard Case, his booth is right here. Looks like Scotty Young is starting to rock and roll. But again, anyone, if you're hanging out right now and you got questions about HeroesCon, I'll be happy to answer them. The Westin Hotel, which is a popular hotel for a lot of the YouTubers that are here and fans of the con, and also the creators. The main lobby is actually under construction, so it's not necessarily the smoothest ride trying to get through that hotel. And I know there are a lot of people that actually went to different hotels, like the Home 2, the Hilton. Apparently, there's no issues with those hotels. But I do like the Westin. The convenience of it literally is just across the street. It's like there's four corners. The Westin's on one, and the convention center here, where HeroesCon is on the other side. So I really, really like that convenience. Not that I get lost easy, but it's cool. And yeah, good morning. So again, anyone, if you guys got questions about HeroesCon or whatever, I can understand. I'll answer them for you. Acadian Comics, I understand. You wouldn't meet Shane Davis. A lot of good work has been done in the industry. I'm not familiar with that creator, Shane Davis. I know Alan Davis, but I'm sure they're not related. Speaking of Alan Davis, stop by his booth. He's already sketching. Like, the VIP gets on the floor at 9:30. It's now 10 o'clock. And the VIP are already in. The general admission, I think, are about to hit the floor pretty soon, if not in like the next 60 seconds. And Alan Davis is already there sketching, and that's what he's doing. He actually has an autograph time. That's later today at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So he's only doing sketching. That kind of blows my mind, because usually it's the other way around. Like, you go up, you drop off something, and then you hope for the best and get it back later on. And for a little, you don't know Shane. So someone's going to have to tell me what Shane Davis has done. So if you mention a title, I may know that better than I know the creator. Is Walt Simonson here? Great question. He wasn't here yesterday. So I thought I heard that he was supposed to be here for one day. I'm hoping he is, but I have yet to see him. Chris Claremont is already here and signing, that I did see. And he's parked right beside John Romita Jr. Carlito, maybe I'm just familiar because he's done some sweet Deathstroke. Oh, he's done Deathstroke. Okay, that latest volume of Deathstroke, the one that was out in the last 2 years. But yeah, obviously I'm familiar with Deathstroke. But yeah, there's a lot of big names walking around that are here. Joe Rubinstein showed up bright and early. Not that I have anything for Joe Rubinstein at this point, but if you have the Wolverine Limited series, I'm sure you're going to be making your way over to see him. Some of the other popular artists of the moment, say Daniel Warren Johnson, Jenny Frison, Joshua Middleton. Jenny Frisen's coming in at 12 o'clock today. I remember that from her post yesterday. Josh Middleton yesterday morning was here bright and early. If you saw my video that I dropped late last night, you'll see my interaction with that incredible artist. So I'm presuming that he's on the floor. And Daniel Warren Johnson, I believe, is going to be here bright and early as well. So let's see. Acadian, Shane Davis, DC Comics, Superman Earth 1. Okay, check out this Booth 9 Live Comics. All right, man, I'll try to make my way over. Rebirth covers, maybe a few recent, not sure on that. Okay. And have you seen the must-have J. Scott Campbell covers? That's a trick question because every cover is a must-have if J. Scott Campbell has done it. Again, everyone, if the quality of this video is bad, just let me know. I don't want to be putting out bad content if people are curious what's happening here at the con. But yeah, Scotty's starting to sign, but I haven't really moved in the line yet. Again, I'm about probably 20 to 25 now that I take a much better look. People going behind the booth getting pictures with Scotty. Last year, Scotty was really accommodating with me. I asked him to film a little cold opening for my channel, and if you watch my channel, maybe you've seen it where he basically says, "Hi, I'm Scotty Young, and you're watching the Comic Vet." Yesterday, I had the privilege of asking Jenny Frisen to do it, and she was like, "You want me to do what?" So that was a pretty cool experience. I actually put down like 12 books, and you get the option of 3 free books. And I just said, like, I have these, like, give me a number. And she said the number, and I said, done. And as she was signing, we had a little chat. I told her that I do a YouTube channel, and I go live on Wednesdays, and I'm always promoting her artwork because I'm a big fan. And the smart thing that I did was actually introduce myself to her husband, who was sitting right beside her. And I'll tell you a little funny story about why you should probably do that if you're a fan of Jenny Frisen. Most people think that she is a good-looking girl, so I was, giving some niceties to her, saying thank you for something to kill the children. And she said that Erica Slaughter is actually her favorite character right now to continuously draw. I asked her if she has any Poison Ivy covers coming up, and she said yes, a little bit later. So I'm presuming that means either late this year or early next year, because artists usually work 4 or 5 months in the future. And let's see. There's Tyler and Handsome. He's as tall as what I am. I'm just going to leave it that way. And his wife is a lot more attractive than what he is.
Thank you guys.
Frisen is amazing. She's very kind. And thank you for going live. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm very sorry to hear that. But to continue on with Jenny, we chit-chatted a little bit, and she signed the books, and she was switching colors with the markers, which is always, nice. Because you have some people that'll just grab a blue or black Sharpie and just go through everything, regardless if the cover is dark or bright or somewhere in the middle. So she was flipping between colors, and I appreciate that kind of thing. And then I asked her, would you mind doing a cold opening? I have comic creators introduce themselves on my channel saying, hi, my name is Arthur Adams, and you're watching the Comic Vet. So she was like, what? And then when I explained it one more time, she's like, sure, let's do it. So I added it to the video last night. But in the middle of the video, I actually released the total unedited portion of where I was getting the camera ready to let her record. So if you have a chance, check that out. It's a good little laugh. Also, later in that video, there is an interaction with myself and Izzy from the Izzyverse channel and Nana, Comic Book World. It is hilarious. It's somewhere probably around the 50 to 60 minute mark. Check that out. It is pure comedy, totally unscripted. I kind of walked in on a interview the two of them were doing, and well, Izzy is Izzy. I'm just going to put it that way. Make sure you check that out. And love that. Yeah, Peyton Crane is also fantastic with his color choices. But back to Jenny Frisen. So when I was done, I again said thank you to Jenny and to her husband, and just kind of stepped aside. And I was deciding whether I should put the books back in the bags and boards there on the spot or kind of go somewhere else. So I kind of did one book, and I was having a little bit of trouble. I didn't want the tape to catch the front cover. Like, I'm sure we've all had that happen to us in our lives. And a couple people later, a dude was in front of Jenny Prison, and then all of a sudden, her husband said, "I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut this off. I'm going to ask you to move along, please." But he was there, kind of flirting with Jenny Prison, like right in front of her husband, like, dude, like. So I kind of thought that was a little surprising, but people are people, right? But wow, it was kind of found it awkward, so I walked away, and I found a little spot, and that's where I started bagging and boarding and kind of showing to the camera, like what I am right now, the books that she signed for me. Check it online for the moment.
That other guy.
Yeah, right, crazy. But it's been pretty good. Last night we I'm gonna have to cut this off. Last night I joined a bunch of YouTubers for a big meet and greet dinner at a restaurant here in Charlotte. There must have been 30 to 50 different YouTube personalities. So I'm inviting everyone that's watching this next year. Save your money. Find a way to get out here. Roommate up with someone who's coming. Like, ask if you can get into the room, even if you crash on their hotel couch or go in on a Airbnb or something. This is a con you want to see. I know Comic Cons that most people visit are pop culture cons. You see a lot of toys, cards, that kind of thing. That's not here. It's not here. This is an incredibly large convention center, and I mean large. We've been to a lot of different Comic Cons in both Canada and the United States. This floor space is definitely top 5. But when it comes to just pure comic books, this is second to none. Second to none. It's mind-blowing. Artist Alley is literally, from that wall you can see way back there, that's kind of light and bright, to the wall that's behind me, to the wall that's way back over there. That's all Artist Alley. And it's incredible. It's not like they space it out like, oh, the legends are over here and the indies are over here. It's all sprinkled and mashed up together. And then parallel to everything I just showed you are all the vendors. Easily this year, there's more comic book vendors than what there was last year. Last year there was some toys, there's a little bit of pop culture, some anime stuff. That seems even reduced this year with more comic book vendors. So if you are grail hunting, this is it. Again, figure out a way. You get paid every other week, put $25, put $30 away. You got 365 days basically right now to save up. And you don't have to come here to spend money. You don't have to come here to look for big books. Come here and meet the people. That to me is the best thing about HeroesCon. So many wonderful people. If you're into the YouTube comic book community, this is your chance to get to shake some hands, give some hugs, and say hello. Everybody's here in the comic book community. If you're not, we're missing you. Like last night, perfect example is I was hanging out with Nick. Nick's Kicks and Comics. And we were talking about C2E2 and last year, and it's like the third year that YouTube comic book community has done this. And he said, right now, Chris, I'm kind of thinking that Taylor Winters should be here. And it kind of hit me. I'm like, yeah, man. And there's a lot more on that list that should be here. Everyone that's in this chat right now, guys need to be here. Like, bonjour, Jean, ça va? Like, John, you should be here, my man. And Carlito as well. I know that you're a few states over, but brother, it'd be awesome to have a cigar with you. Acadian, it'd be wonderful for you. Am I going to Garden State Comic Fest next week? No, this is it for me right now for con season. There might be some smaller cons I may visit here and there until Fan Expo Canada, which is in Toronto, the last weekend in August. That is a huge, huge con. Totally pop culture. I know it calls itself a Comic Con, but it's a pop culture con. And I am looking forward to that one. From what I understand, Fan Expo Canada is the third largest Comic Con in North America, only behind San Diego and New York Comic Con in New York City. But when it comes to pure comic books, if you're a fan of comic books, this is it. This is it. And Rod, my man, good morning. Hope that you are in good health and your wife as well. I'm glad that you joined me. Rod, you need to be here, brother. And let's see. If anyone has questions about the con, feel free to ask. And I have serious FOMO this weekend. It'll be wonderful to meet you. I know that you're out in Colorado, but it would be wonderful to make your way out here and cross paths with you and shake your hand. Acadian, I would be there, but I have a bachelor party to be at today. That's a good priority, man. The family and friends come first. I can't argue that one. And Ottawa Comic Con, yes. So Canada's capital, Ottawa. They're having their Comic Con September 6th to 8th. And people that are watching right now, if you're watching from the United States, the Ottawa Comic Con is actually put on by the same promoters that do the Montreal Comic Con, which is also a pretty large convention as well. I was there last year and actually had a private meet and greet panel with, oh my God, why am I blanking out on this thing? The artist who did Court of Owls. Why am I blanking? Frank Capullo. Oh my God. What's wrong with me? I didn't have enough coffee this morning, I'll be honest. The coffee was weak at the hotel restaurant. But so yeah, start to move a little bit here in Scotty Young's line, and see if I can get Scotty here in the picture. There it is. There's his booth. So Scotty has a black hat on and a pink shirt. That's Scotty Young right there. See down on the corner of this table. Now last year Scotty's autographs were $10. Not bad. Not great. I do prefer free, but $10 for Scotty Young, not bad. I'm hoping that it's the same again this year. Let's see. The state is Ottawa worth leaving the state for, in your opinion, for a visit? Absolutely. I would sum it up like this: as a Canadian, it's the equivalency of visiting Washington D.C. There's so many beautiful things to see. There's so many cool places to visit that pay respect to the history and to the recognition of the country. I like to visit war memorials. That's my thing. And Ottawa has some beautiful, beautiful things like that, just like Washington, D.C. So for Americans that are interested in seeing Canada's capital, Ottawa is a great place to be. Good morning. I'm live right now. I don't even think I was talking to myself. I'm kind of talking to myself. Yeah, Ottawa is a wonderful city to visit. There's a lot of touristy stuff to do there, not just politics and that kind of thing. Let's see, John saying, I'm getting a room Friday and Saturday night, so I don't have to go back and forth. Be close to the con. Wonderful. That's the way to do it. That is the wonderful way to do it. Okay, maybe I'll try and go to that con. Yeah. Again, man, if you're interested in coming to Canada for a con, not to take anything away from what John is doing in Ottawa, Fan Expo is the monster. If you want to see pop culture and some comic book creators, you always get some big comic book creators. Not quite like this place, but they've had Jim Lee, Frank Miller. They've had all the big boys swing by. You usually have 3 or 4 big guns every year, whereas HeroesCon, like the artists fight with themselves to get in here. Right? Like, there's so much money to be made if you're a comic book creator here. Just to be just to be honest.
Yeah,
And yeah, thanks. All right, so I just crossed an aisle away, and I am now right in front of the booth. So the lineup kind of, you can see this, kind of curls. So it's like a U. And right now I'm at the top of the U. I'm literally in front of Scotty Young. The dude here in the blue backpack moves. You'll be able to see Scotty. So I'll just leave this right here. So you don't have to look at my face. I'll turn it, and there we go. So that'd be actually the here Scotty talking about signing stuff. And by the way, if you're reading Scotty Young's new title, it's absolutely terrific. Issue 2 just dropped a couple days ago, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I do think Scotty Young is a tremendous writer. The Me You Love in the Dark is one of my favorite indies, and obviously his Strange Tip or Strange Academy stuff is very, very well received. And, okay. Yeah. All right. So what am I getting signed by Scotty Young? So as a fellow Spider-Man fan, I'm getting Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 1 signed, Scotty Young website exclusive. Rob Scott Stacks for Comics, my partner on Lonely Slabs. I picked up a couple different books. I shouldn't say different. He picked up a couple books in that sale, and was kind enough to send me one. And that's the book I'm going to get done now. I actually thought about getting, The Me You Love in the Dark, getting that book signed. But the cover he did for Ultimate Spider-Man, it's a little bit of a kissy face, love kind of cover with him and MJ. And I just thought it was pretty cool. It's in my backpack right now, so you have to be patient with me. Let's see. Yeah, boy, the alien. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. For our information, Shane Davis is AA425. You know what? For context, I am by 900 right now. Not that far. So I'm moving along here. See if I can get a better shot of Mr. Young. Well, there's his elbow. But so if you're curious to see what his booth looks like, this is it. He's got some original art hanging on the wall there. Yes, that's original art he's got hanging. He does have a lot of trades. He's got some ball caps as well. And yeah, he's a good dude. I've actually met Scotty Young a couple times. I don't know if people know who this handsome fellow is, and his much better half. It's called. What's that? Oh, I am live streaming. Collecting with Durs, Lady Durs. What, you got a book? Put that book in my hand. So Adam said that you should have gotten this line earlier, and said, give me your book. I'll get it signed for him. And getting a Elvira commission. That's a good idea. So, yeah, this is a pretty cool experience. Oh, there's. Oh, there he is. So yeah, I've had some cool experiences with Scotty in the past, especially actually at the hotel last year. I just kind of went up to him. He was standing out in the lobby. Yeah, good choice, sir. Loving this right now. Yeah. Jorge Corn is great. So Adam just handed me Ain't No Grave, number 2, the Scotty Young exclusive here. And I'm going to put this behind, and I'm going to show the cover. So there we go. So Ain't No Grave. This is the book Adam just asked me to get done for him, so I'm going to get it done. Yeah, I'll hit you guys up over at C3. Okay. So yeah, this is a book that's just a couple days ago. This is what I was talking about. I am thoroughly enjoying Ain't No Grave. I really enjoy when Scotty Young writes stuff. So I'm just gonna see if I can. Pardon the shakiness, everyone. I'm just gonna kind of put this in the bag I got here. So let me change gears and talk about something else. So CGC is here, and if you go over to CGC and scan their little barcode, you get a chance to pull a pin. So as you can see, I have a few CGC pins on my lanyard here. Last year, I pulled this 9.9 gold, and I ended up winning a hoodie with this. Yesterday, I submitted X-Men 130, the first appearance of Dazzler, to get graded here on site. I'm hoping to get that book back today. So make sure you watch the video. I'm going to be dropping later tonight to see how that book turned out. But when you submit a book, you get a pin to either get a pin that says 5.0, which represents 50 years of Wolverine. So this is what the pin actually looks like. Or you could have selected an 8.5, which is representative of Batman's 85th anniversary. So I went with Wolverine. You can probably guess why. And Rob, morning. We're live. I don't know if everyone knows this handsome fellow, but good morning.
Morning. Your line is insane.
It's moving.
Yeah, but I'm not. It's way over here.
Oh,
I'm not doing this.
I was only about 10 feet back when I joined. So apparently the line is very long.
This morning.
Go grab whatever you got.
You got it here.
Let me have it. Adam already dropped off a book with me. I'm now the facilitator. Here, put it in there, and I think it's $10. Oh, I'm getting the same books. I'm getting the one you sent me. I'm getting that done too.
Yeah.
I love this guy. Love it. Throw it in there. When I shut down the live stream, I'll figure it all out.
There's more. That's
Okay.
That's you.
So yeah, Rob wants a couple books. So that's my Only Slaps partner. And let's see, go back in the chat. I'm labeled professional. Yeah. Yeah. Durs, Lady Durs, they're wonderful people. There's Rob. So back to CTC. So by the way, if anyone walks by I recognize, I'll stop them and say hello. I picked this up yesterday. Today, my good friend Mark from Legion of Comics, him and I were scouring the floor, and I said, Mark, let's go get some pins to see if we can win something. He's like, yeah, let's go, Chris. So I pulled another 9.9. So this is my second 9.9. As you can see, there's like a little dot right in front of the first 9. Apologies about the glare, everybody. Apologies. And then I ended up winning this tote bag. Inside the tote bag is a hat, shirt, and a lanyard. Mark, of course, goes and pulls a 10. And it was sparkly and shiny, shine bright like a diamond. And then for that, he actually won a comic book. And Mark ended up winning a signed 9.8 Wolverine Origins comic. And that was pretty cool. Who the artist was, I actually didn't get to see. I just kind of was filming it. And as soon as it was done, the representative gave me my prize. So I was kind of caught up in that moment. And then Mark being Mark was like, Chris, I'll see you over there. And was just gone. So that was pretty cool. So if you ever get to HeroesCon, I highly suggest that you go to the CGC booth, even if you're not a fan. Even if you don't submit anything, swing by. All you have to do is scan a little barcode, and I don't know if you guys know who this handsome fellow is, but it's Will from Cup of Comics. Are we doing the trippy thing here?
Doing the video on video thing.
Yeah, so I'm live. Are you recording for your channel? Okay. So everyone, Will, Cup of Comics, good morning. So I got to tell you, I visited CGC, got 9.8. The prize pack was a bag, a hat, shirt, and a lanyard. So I went over with Mark. Of course, he pulls the 10. So he got a 9.8 yellow label Wolverine Origins book. Looked great. I don't know who the artist was because I got my prize pack right afterwards. And Mark was like, "See you, Chris. I'll see you over there."
Mark's not one to be outdone.
No, Mark. No, nope. And he doesn't stay in the same place very long.
No.
He kind of moves around a lot. He's got a lot of energy.
He does. You'll be in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah.
You'll just keep walking while he's having the conversation
Yeah.
with you. What's up, Dale?
Yeah, I just trying to spread the word about HeroesCon and people that are hanging out in the live chat right now. Like, they need to get here next year.
Yes.
Like, this is something else to be a part of. Man.
This is something big. It's huge. It's amazing. And not only are you here with all these amazing artists and comic creators, but we're here as a family.
You're wonderful.
Thank you too. All right, I'm gonna let you wait on this Scotty Young.
Yeah, man.
Let's
I'll see you a little bit later,
I'll
Will.
see you in a bit.
Good seeing you, brother.
See you later.
Catch you. Cup of comics. Good morning. Good morning, John. So, funny story about Will. Will's actually the person that turned me on to what I was just talking about, the CGC pin redemption. Yeah, last year he hit a 9 point, or he won the 10. Like, again, these are 9 9s and a 5-0. He hit a 10, like Mark this morning, and his redemption was a 9.8. Alex Ross autographed Heroes cover. So when I say Heroes, if you remember, he did a Heroes line with those white backgrounds, and then recently he did a Villains line with all those white backgrounds. I know they had a proper name, but I forget the name of what they were. But his was signed by Alex Ross. Like come on. Yesterday, Roscoe. I know everyone loves Roscoe. He hit 2. He ended up hitting a Scotty Young 9.6 book out of the CGC booth when he pulled a 10. But yeah, it's thank you, Jean. Merci. Timeless. That's it. It's timeless covers. God bless you. I don't know why I was blanking out on that. But yeah, you can see, looks like a dude just picked up some original art right there. Oh, he's having it shown to him. So yeah, Scotty's handler there is showing some OA. And last year, Nick from Nick's Kicks and Comics actually picked up some original artwork that was here. I believe it was a Philadelphia cover that he spent some money on. And Nick, I gotta admit, is one of the biggest Scotty Young fans. I know there are quite a few, but Nick steps up when it comes to the money aspect of it. Bird, the nerds joining. Hope you're having a good time, great time. Yeah. Bird, you should be here, man. You should be here. Not bad for an old shark. You're not old. But again, anyway, if anyone has questions about HeroesCon or Charlotte or whatever, feel free to drop it right there. I am about, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12th away from getting Scotty, and that'll probably be the moment when I shut this down. Probably when I'm 2 or 3 away, just want to get my stuff ready, and obviously now Durs and Rob's books that they just dropped off, and get all that money ready as well. But yeah, Rob mentioned that the line is long for Scotty Young, so let's just take a look. Don't look at my bulb.
I'm trying to stay on
It's the big line. Oh my. Scotty's line actually crosses over 3 different areas. That's big, but it's a Saturday at a Comic-Con, let's be honest. So when I'm done here, I'm going to flip back to recording my videos that I've been doing, my, kind of a day in the life kind of video. And again, everyone, if you want a good in-depth look at what the con sounds and feels like, check out those videos. Shameless plug. After this, I'm probably going to go drop off those books and then make my way over to Dan Jurgens, and because I'm having a feeling his line's going to be long as well. And I think that'll be it. And for wow, Thank you so much for the super chat. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. I didn't go live for this. All right. Well, on this channel, when people are kind enough to spend a little bit of money on a super chat, I say thank you. And Sydney Sweeney's going to say thank you for me.
Thank you everyone for tonight. This has been such an amazing week. Thank you, Lord. Thank you to the amazing cast. Thank you, Casey and Glenn. This has just been so wonderful. Have a crazy night. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you. Not to say but yeah again, but yeah. Let's just take a look around. Again, the comic book, I should say, the comic community member Zars, who's based out of Australia, he's here. He's actually in line a little bit further back. Just people that are blocking him. I said good morning to him as we walked by earlier. And let's see. That's awesome. Really, I didn't notice. If you look closely, there's actually two different ladies that are quite attractive there. I believe a country singer as well. So, yeah, there's a lot going on at this con. The one thing about this con that's different from others is there's not that many panels. Now, a lot of people go to different Comic Cons and they enjoy panels. I'm actually not one of those. I've only been to a handful of panels. I've been to Stan Lee's final panel in Toronto when he made his final appearance in Toronto. Somebody just dropped an easel. Everything's okay. And went to a panel last year at the Montreal Comic Con for Greg Capullo, but that was actually a prize win. So I'm not really one for going to panels unless I'm super hot and I need some air conditioning. But this show doesn't really have that many panels, especially when you compare them to other cons. And not that that's a bad thing, but like I said, I know that there are a lot of people that do appreciate going to panels. So they do exist here, just not in the capacity of other pop culture cons that disguise themselves as Comic Cons. Let's be honest. Comic Cons should be about comic books. That's about it. So Spider-Man's here. Live on my channel, Spider-Man in person. But see, take a look at some of the creators that are surrounding me right now. So I'm in front of Dave Dorman's table, but Dave is not on site yet. Tom Nagoyan is across the way from me. The creators of the comic book She, S-H-I, they seem to be here as well. How about if I just do a slow pan for everyone that's just above my head here? So that's the flavor right now of where I am inside the Charlotte Convention Center. And I gotta admit, so Scotty Young's table is towards the back of the hall from where you first enter, and the entrance is far away, in my opinion. For those that understand the metric system, it's probably about 200 meters away. In feet or yards, it's probably 50 to 60 yards. So it's not relatively close. It's not easy because you have to navigate aisles and people. There are a lot more people on Saturday. It seems there's a lot more children here today than there was yesterday, which is fine because whose parents are introducing their kids to this wonderful medium. called comic books. And let's admit it, it's one of America's gifts to the world. There are a handful of truly American creations. Jazz is probably most famous, and comic books. It's true. Comic books are truly one of the best gifts that the United States ever gave to the world. And I'm proud to be a part of it. So there are a few vendors up there. Bonafide Comics. It's a good one. I can't even say Chef She. I believe it's She. It's Billy Tucci. He's a nice guy. So if that's right, I'm looking at Billy right now. Actually, I believe I picked up some She books in some torpedo mystery boxes back in the day. So I recognize the title, or actually the trade dress. So yesterday, my big pickup. In case those of you who haven't seen my video that I dropped late last night for my HeroesCon Day Part 2 Friday, kind of a day in the life thing, which is, by the way, the longest video I've ever submitted on my channel. Like, it's not even close. This might be the first video that I've actually cleared over an hour with an hour's worth of footage. So if you don't mind looking at my face, it's a good video. If you don't like my face, probably not a video for you. Elbow, my man, good morning. Appreciate you stopping by. So the big book I picked up yesterday may not be a big book for some people. It is for me, because it's a book that growing up I just never had. I was very jealous of my friends that did have it, because I was a little late to the boat, and I ended up picking up issue 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and on. Issue number 1 of Transformers. I never got.
Where was this?
Yesterday, I finally got a copy of Transformers number 1. That classic Bill Sienkiewicz cover on there, and I got to admit, the book is seeing some love in its day. It's not the best copy. It definitely needs some TLC with the cleaning and pressing. Not that I think it's actually a book that, even if it was cleaned and pressed, would it clear like a 4? But it's Transformers 1, and I've never had that book in my life. So I'm happy to say that finally I have a copy of Transformers. So I'll be 50 this year in September. The collector in me is very happy. The 12-year-old in me is over the moon excited. I finally have a copy of Transformers number 1. I can remember that book came out in like grade 4 or grade 5 for me. And I'll tell you, when I got back to my room, I finished editing the video that I dropped last night, and I was starting to upload it to YouTube. I read the damn book. I gotta be honest. I opened it up and I read it, and I loved it. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh, the colors are off, and the artwork is a little different from what you would see today. But it's Transformers number 1, and I'm really happy to have it on my PC. And if I ever get the chance to meet Bill Sienkiewicz, that'll be one of the books I put in front of him. I don't care how it looks. I don't care how many fingerprints are on it, how many creases, how many chips, spine ticks, or a lot. I don't care. I only paid $40 for it. They had a price tag of 50. Did I pay 40 or did I spend 30? Maybe it was 30. Either way, Transformers number 1. And happy to have it finally. To each their own. I see Dale says such a nostalgic book, yeah. And Cyclops is walking by. And so is Adeline Pryor. There is some cosplay. So let's just take a look at some of these. What's happening in the chat? Congrats on Transformers thing. I just started Transformers number 6, so we weren't far off. Not far. And by the way, if you didn't watch the video that I dropped yesterday, I don't know why I keep talking about it, but there's a lot of information in that video. That's awesome, buddy. And I'll tell you,
Well, my dad
wow.
does have this.
my partner on Only Slabs, picked up a couple of books for the giveaway box for Only Slabs.
Wait, were you checking?
And the first Dinobots is one of those books that he picked up and is now going into the prize box for Only Slabs. Not only that, he picked up like 4 or 5 early Tales of Suspense with Iron Man, Submariner, and I was just shaking my head like I normally do, like, come on. And he picked those up, and they're going into the damn prize box too. I'm already getting upset. Like, these are cheap. He's spending like $20, $25 on these books, and they're all going in the prize bin. Free comic. Those who want to scan this right now get a free comic for HeroesCon. Hit pause. Here you go. It's yeah, it says a handful of creators on the back here. It's from Comics Wellspring. Always take stuff if people are giving them away and they spend the money on these things. Even if it's something I'm not interested in, I take it, check it out. I'm that guy because someone that's paid to get stickers made for his channel. And as you can see, I'm wearing an Only Slabs lanyard. When people do stuff like that, you know, you got to be kind and say that. Hold on. Start the comments. Good morning, Dave. Get digging, Chris. Yeah, I said I was only going to go live for a little bit of time. But Dave, I'm actually standing in the Scotty Young line right now. And I thought it was going to be moving a lot quicker than what it is. I've actually been live for 52 minutes. My God. And yeah, this booth is right behind me here. I am now officially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 6th. I'm 6th away. So I'll probably wrap this up around the hour mark. So again, if anyone has questions, big lion cat walking by. If anyone has any questions about HeroesCon, I'm happy to answer it. Just creators here, that kind of thing. Yeah, we had a question earlier. Is Walt Simonson here? I haven't seen him yet. I'd love to see him. And let's see, big fan of Scott. Jesper, my man. Appreciate you stopping by.
I mean, I can scan it.
And good morning from Charlotte, North Carolina. And let me tell you, it's warm here. It's warm. Mom, if you watch this, I'm hot. I need a drink. It's really warm. Not used to this heat yet. Not to say that Ontario doesn't get hot, because it does. Like, yes, Canada's a winter country, but my God, it gets hot. Like, hot. It gets into the hundreds. But man, oh man, walking yesterday, humidity. It was hot. And Katie Comics, my goodness. Appreciate the super chat. Can you say hi to Billy Tucci? Enjoy the con. Yes, I will do that. You know what? This is what I'm going to do for you. Just hold my spot for 1 sec. I'll be right back.
I know that they remember.
Billy Tucci right there.
Sorry, man.
And not only that, on my channel, when people throw a little bit of their hard-earned money towards this channel, keeping it going, and so I can pick up books for the Comic Army box, I like to say thank you, and this is how I say thank you.
Thank you everyone for tonight. This has been such an amazing week. Thank you, Lord. Thank you to the amazing cast. Thank you, Casey and Glenn. This has just been so wonderful. Have a crazy night. Thank you.
We were in the south, hot and humid. Yeah, it's just sometimes you just forget about the temperature. If you know what I mean? Like, when I got here, it was okay, but yesterday evening walking, it's just like crap. It's hot. Oh yeah, I lived in Virginia last summer. It gets really humid down there. Yeah, the heat's one thing. Like I've been in Vegas in summertime a number of years ago. Actually, in July, walking around, it was over 100. I felt fine. Then eventually, I stopped feeling fine because that heat will catch up with you. But it's dry, no humidity. It's very acrid, and even the dry heat all day. Yeah. And I got a lot in common. I got to admit. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat, my man. And yeah, appreciate you. Enjoy it. But everybody, again, I think I'm getting close to the front here, so I'm going to keep this going for a little bit longer. Again, if you got any questions about HeroesCon or different personalities from YouTube that are here, if they're here, I can answer you that question. Or different artists or creators. Up next, my day is going to be kind of after Scotty Young and Jurgens. I'm going to go get that incredible Comics Curing Cancer exclusive from last year, Unnatural Order, signed by Matt Wilson. So watch the video I dropped today. It'll be called HeroesCon Trip Saturday. So watch for that later on tonight, or check it out tomorrow. And I'll be spotlighting a lot of those books that I get signed as I'm walking around. And we'll see. Is there anyone that you'd like to see me try and get a cold opening from? And what I mean is those artists at the beginning of my videos that say, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, you're watching a comic guy." So someone that you think you'd like to see? Again, I got Jenny Prison yesterday. Of all the new modern artists, she is my favorite for her work. I think her artwork is simply incredible. A lot of people like John Jang, and this new wave of artists that's out there. I got to admit, she is my favorite. But if there's any, let me know. John Jang, yep. I will go ask John. Now, John is here to make money, so if he's willing to do it for free, I will definitely hook him up. Are you guys doing a live Slab Hubs today? Now, that's a great question. I reached out to Rob yesterday. I said, "Hey, if you want to go live," but by the time I reached out to him, it was about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And Rob is very much a regimented kind of guy. So if it doesn't fit into his forecast of plans for the day, he basically just said no. But if you want to see an only slabs, reach out to him. And there are some slabs that have been picked up with a lot of the people that walk around. And I'll be honest, I would love to go live for only slabs from location. I've talked to him about it, and I picked his brain a lot, saying we need to do something. Even if I'm sitting in one area and you're sitting in another, we can grab a couple people from the community, just kind of sit down beside us, we'll talk about the book. I'll get them to read the right side of the blue label, and we'll move forward that way. So I would absolutely love to do that. Appreciate you, Gail. Very kind. SB Card Fan, great job. I was supposed to be there. I hurt my Achilles living vicariously through you. I appreciate it. And I'm so sorry to hear about your Achilles. I know that's a terrible injury. My man, I hope that you get well soon. I hope you feel better. Thank you for joining me this morning. Again, everyone, if you're liking this, if you want to live vicariously through what's happening, check out the videos I'm dropping. They're videos that I'm actually very proud of. And I hope that you feel that way too. But at this point now, I'm going to wrap up this video because I'm about to pay this gentleman right here for the books that I have. Everyone, I will see you later. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I see there's 13 of you. God bless. Good night. And let's wrap this up the right way, shall we?
Thanks everyone for watching. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's it. I'm out of here.